We're in Berkshire, Vermont, right on the Canadian border, and the name of our farm is Ayers Hill Farm. The seventh generation to run it. Started in 1826. We were milking 200, then when this COVID hit, we were told to cut back 15% from our cooperative. So we're slowly creeping back up, but we were down to 165, and now we're about 185. We're going to wait and see what the base does before if we increase our production or if we're going to stay where we are right now. We have 400 head total on farm. We're a closed herd, which means we haven't bought any animals in for, I think it's 7 years is to be a closed herd, but it's been close to 15 or 18 that we haven't bought any animals in. Everything that's here has been raised here. I really wanted to see it continue. I got two sisters that were nurses and one that went into hairdressing, and I could see that it wasn't, if I didn't take it over at that point, so I just kind of fell into it. And I went to college for ag business at VTC and went to Wisconsin and worked on a dairy out there and came back here, and I'm still here. We just started bottling our own milk on the farm. So we got a real small creamery right now. We got a 45-gallon vat. We're just kind of seeing what the interest is out there and seeing where we can expand if we want to expand. It's very time consuming right now, but we don't want to get in head over heels until we know really what the market's going to be and what we can handle ourselves. We didn't do this thinking it was a get quick rich scheme. It's the value added and what can the farm do? Can we diversify a little bit more? And this is going to open up the door to see what we can diversify to.
She called down to the house one morning at like 5 o'clock and she said, order that container. I was like, whoa. So I did. We ordered it that day. It took a couple months to get here, and it's been hectic. It's a huge undertaking, even on a small scale. Because obviously right now we can't afford employees to do that. You can't obviously hire somebody just to do that. The idea is to try to subsidize things a little bit. So it's time, just extra time that we don't have that we're, I think it's pretty much, we're carving it out of our sleep time. So it'll work out. We're learning everything, and we'll figure out what direction we want to go with it in terms of growth after we get everything nailed down.
So right now you can find our milk at the Main Street Market in Richford, which used to be the Vista. And we have a farm stand just up the road from the farm in our driveway that we keep stocked with milk, white milk, chocolate milk. And we've been experimenting with cheese curds. So those have been a hit so far, but we haven't done any flavors yet or anything, or it's just been kind of a fly-by-night thing right now. We figure out what works, what doesn't work. We live out in the middle of nowhere, so for people to come to the farm stand and actually buy milk, that was a huge surprise and a shock to us. People are going to drive 5 miles out of the way to get a gallon of milk. There's going to be milk in that fridge 24/7. You know what I mean? And same with, and he agreed. We got to keep that stocked because people are coming out of their way to support us.
If a couple times a year, if we can do some things like maybe fall and early summer or spring where people can come actually to the farm and see what really goes on, just make that connection. I think they're looking for that now, and that understanding is going to go a long ways, kind of keeping farms in business, I think, in the new world.